is going on, guys? JD from New York here, and this is your official WWE Fastlane review tonight. Just concluded on the WWE Network, February 22nd, 2015, man. Fastlane took place from Memphis, Tennessee, the first ever Fastlane that WWE is presenting to us on the WWE Network. The Fastlane to WrestleMania 31. More like a fucking traffic jam on the way to WrestleMania 31, man. I'd rather sit in fucking traffic and wait and wait and wait than fucking sit down and watch the same repetitive garbage that the WWE has given us over the past year, man. Never mind starting 2015 off with the Royal Rumble. Now we're going into Fastlane, and I want you guys to realize that I come on here and I don't hate. I try to give it to you guys as real as possible. I try to be logical. I try to be open-minded about the product. I try to give you guys the product that I see from my own apartment, my own couch, as I watch every week, okay? When I tweet out, I give you guys exactly what I'm thinking when I'm thinking it. And what did I tell you guys 4 weeks ago when Daniel Bryan was going to be inserted into a potential WrestleMania match? Roman Reigns versus Daniel Bryan was booked, and I said it immediately. I seen right through the WWE's tactics. I seen right through WWE's plan. Their plan all along was to make sure that Daniel Bryan gets Roman Reigns ready for Brock Lesnar. Their plan was for Daniel Bryan to get Roman Reigns over with the WWE Universe. And I didn't think that was going to be possible. We sit here today, right after Fastlane has ended, and we're still sitting with the same scenario that was when the Royal Rumble happened. Roman Reigns is not over. Nobody cares about Roman Reigns. Nobody wants Roman Reigns. Plain and simple. That's a fact. Okay? Everyone coming to me, JD, I don't see how you can see Daniel Bryan versus Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania over a Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns is a machine. Roman Reigns certainly deserves it. He's youthful. Bryan had his chance last year. I don't want to hear none of that stuff, man. I don't want to hear any of that stuff. You guys got to date back to when CM Punk and Brock Lesnar went one-on-one at SummerSlam. What happened then? Why wouldn't Daniel Bryan be able to put on a similar performance as Punk did against Brock Lesnar? So don't tell me Daniel Bryan can't match Brock Lesnar one-on-one. That's stupid to even say. It's silly. It's absolutely fucking silly, okay? So Roman Reigns and Daniel Bryan head into Fastlane tonight on the WWE Network. Nobody knew what to expect. I did. I knew what the outcome was going to be. I didn't know how WWE was going to get us there. With all the rumors circulating that Daniel Bryan, Roman Reigns, and Brock Lesnar are going to have a triple threat match at WrestleMania, I figured that this was Vince McMahon's way of saying, you know what, I fucked up. Roman Reigns should have never won the Royal Rumble. I apologize, guys. I have to correct my mistakes. None of that happened tonight, but I am going to be, like I said from the outset, I'm going to be open-minded about what happened tonight, okay? Fastlane overall should have never even happened. Should have never even happened. Why WWE came up with this concept and this name is beyond me, man. It really is beyond me. You get rid of the Elimination Chamber, which gave you that excitement leading into WrestleMania. Fastlane never even came close to delivering that same atmosphere as the Elimination Chamber, man. WWE has done themselves a disservice by getting rid of the Elimination Chamber on the road to WrestleMania, man. This concept is not going to change. This entire concept of Fastlane is nothing but a trendy fucking catchphrase that WWE is going to utilize every year. We're on the fast lane to WrestleMania. That's all it is, man. It's a cheap fucking catchphrase. That's all it is. It's not a pay-per-view. This should never even have been called a pay-per-view, in my honest opinion. WWE would have been better served to have this event as a Saturday night main event. Just pick a random Saturday on the road to WrestleMania and showcase everything we've seen tonight. It would have had more of an impact. Being that this was free, WWE didn't go into this wanting to beat out NXT rival that happened a couple weeks ago. No, they never even came close. They were never going to come close. WWE gave this to you for free, all because they wanted more eyes on the product to see Daniel Bryan put Roman Reigns over as he goes on to WrestleMania 31 to challenge for the WWE Championship against Brock Lesnar. That is the only reason why everything transpired the way it did tonight and in the month of February. I'm being completely honest with you. But I'm going to be open-minded about this, and I'm not going to bash Roman Reigns. I'm not going to bash the match that he had with Daniel Bryan. I'm going to admit to you guys, I don't think Roman Reigns is ready for Brock Lesnar. I don't think he will ever be ready for Brock Lesnar. The way Roman Reigns maneuvers around the ring, the way Roman Reigns is as an individual, as a WWE superstar, I just don't see him being ready for Brock Lesnar. No one on the face of the planet is ready for Brock Lesnar, let alone the WWE roster. Nobody. But, and you're going to be stunned that I'm even saying this, Roman Reigns delivered tonight on Fastlane against Daniel Bryan in the main event the best singles match of his young career. And I'm going out and I'm honestly admitting that, okay? Daniel Bryan can make anyone look good. He can make a cardboard cutout look like the best wrestler on the fucking planet. He could take me in the ring and make me look good. And I have absolutely no wrestling experience whatsoever. Daniel Bryan is that good. Most of this match is attributed to Daniel Bryan. Roman Reigns, I don't believe, can call a match. And I'm very concerned now that WWE has stuck to their guns with Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar. I don't know how this match is going to be constructed. That's the one thing I'm worried about. It could be a hell of a match. It could be a brutal match. It could be hard fought. It could be down and dirty. But how is this match going to be constructed? Paul Heyman must get involved and construct this match with Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns. All three men must sit down to come up and visualize what a main event WrestleMania championship match should be. I just don't think Roman Reigns has it in him to deliver a WrestleMania caliber type championship match. Daniel Bryan tonight was the all-star, the superstar of the roster, for bringing Roman Reigns to that point and delivering a great match with him. It was hard fought. The intensity was there. The desire was there. The prize was there. And you seen it on each guy's face and every move that they made in that ring. Okay? It was a main event worthy of the winner going to WrestleMania. That's all I'm going to say about that. If you guys missed it, I would highly recommend you go out and watch this match. I'm admitting it. Roman Reigns had a good match. He had the best singles match in his young career, man. Forget the Orton match. Forget everything else that he did in the past. Eliminate all those big show matches. That was nothing, man. WWE did the right thing by pairing him with Bryan to get him ready for WrestleMania. The conclusion of this match, I'm not convinced, man. I'm being completely honest with you. I am not convinced that this is it. What do you do with Daniel Bryan going into WrestleMania? Do we get that Dolph Ziggler, Daniel Bryan classic that is potentially going to steal the 4-hour WrestleMania 31 event? Because you know it is. Are you going to go that route? Was this entire triple threat match, this news article that came out that Vince McMahon is really changing his mind with Reigns, Bryan, and Lesnar, is this all a troll? Was this a dirt sheet troll to shut everybody up? Meanwhile, WWE always had this in their back pocket. Reigns was always going to go to WrestleMania, no matter what anybody said, man. Cancel WWE Network, the fans, social media, the polling that was on WWE.com that Daniel Bryan won in a landslide by fucking 70%. Was this all planned by WWE? I'm not convinced. As a viewer, as a fan, I am not convinced this is it. I think Daniel Bryan somehow gets into the main event at WrestleMania. Because you've seen the lack of reaction that Roman Reigns had when he came to the ring and when he won the match. But then again, you look back at the conclusion, and Daniel Bryan gave his acceptance, I guess, to Roman Reigns being the guy. You better go to WrestleMania and kick his ass, is what he said. So, by that one sentence, it makes me think, on the other side of things, that Daniel Bryan is not going to be in the main event at WrestleMania. Maybe we are going to get that Dolph Ziggler match. The rumors about Ziggler and Ryback being paired at WrestleMania in a tag team match may have all been smoke and mirrors. I don't know. I really don't know. It's going to be intriguing to see where they go with this, but I am not convinced, even still, with Roman Reigns. He put on a great match. The main event was worthy of being a main event. And like I said, the story that they told in the ring, the brutality that these guys went, against each other, and the fucking vicious nature of the match, and the determination on both men to get that prize and go on to WrestleMania, it was all there, and you've seen it. It was seeping through your televisions. It was there, okay? But Daniel Bryan, I said it 4 weeks ago, and I hate to say I told you so. I hate to be right in this type of situation, because I think Roman Reigns is not the guy. I've always said that. I've always seen Daniel Bryan and Brock Lesnar as a marquee main event match. And we still don't know what's going on with Brock Lesnar, man. We still may get that. Brock Lesnar may retain the title at WrestleMania if he stays with WWE. We don't know. That's another factor in this entire scenario that could throw everybody off. If Brock Lesnar resigns with WWE, he can ultimately retain the title. And Roman Reigns challenging could be one and done. And we could get Bryan versus Lesnar at SummerSlam this year like we were supposed to last year. So a lot of moving pieces in the world title picture, man. A lot of uncertainty, a lot of intrigue. So tonight, I'm going to give Roman Reigns a tip of my cap. It was a great match, okay? Hard-fought match, the best match that I've physically seen Roman Reigns compete in. But none of you can take away from what Daniel Bryan did tonight, man. Daniel Bryan was the true all-star of that match. He made Reigns look good. He made Reigns look as prepared as ever to go to WrestleMania. I'm not saying that he's prepared for Lesnar. I'm not at all. But this was a stepping stone. Now it's up to Roman Reigns to maintain this and prove over the next 5 weeks that he truly deserves it. If WWE wants to throw another curveball at us, I don't know. I just don't know. Which will make it all that much more exciting to watch Monday Night Raw tomorrow to see what happens. Because a lot of questions now come out of this. And the biggest one is, being that we got WrestleMania's foundation pretty much built after Fastlane, where does Daniel Bryan fit after having a monumental WrestleMania last year? Where does he fit? That is my main question right now that I want an answer to after tonight. I don't know. So if you guys have any idea, okay, if you heard anything, let me know down in the comments below. Let me know what you thought about that match. I'm going out on a limb, and I'm being unlike, my previous commentaries where I bash Reigns up and down. It was a great match, and if you guys missed it, go out and watch it. It is definitely worth 20 minutes of your time. Great match by Roman Reigns and Daniel Bryan. And like I said, Reigns, it's a stepping stone for him to get to WrestleMania. It's going to be up to him to keep that momentum for the next 5 weeks. Can he do it? I don't think so. He's got to prove it to me, but it's going to be interesting to see over the next 5 weeks on Monday Night Raw leading into WrestleMania. The rest of the pay-per-view, guys. The second biggest match, John Cena and Rusev for the United States Championship. Another match a lot of people are saying should have taken place at WrestleMania, okay? I like the fact that this match took place tonight on Fastlane. If you guys think back to when Wyatt and John Cena fought at WrestleMania, I didn't like the match that they had at WrestleMania last year, man. I think it was very, very overhyped. The story that they told was more Bray Wyatt's mind games than anything, man. Bray Wyatt's mind games took more of an importance over the actual in-ring wrestling of both men, Wyatt and Cena. And it kind of hampered the match down. I think that would have been the same scenario if Rusev and John Cena had their first confrontation at WrestleMania. I'm glad this match took place tonight on Fastlane. It gives these two guys a feeler. They can feel each other out. I like the smaller atmosphere for these types of matches. It would probably be swallowed whole in front of 90,000 diehard fans at WrestleMania because none of them appreciate John Cena, and who knows what they think about Rusev, so we don't know, man. Like I said, I'm glad this match took place in front of a smaller crowd, and we got more of an atmospheric feel to it. You know, the crowd was into it, even though the crowd was absolutely dreadful tonight, which I will touch upon in a little bit. But the way this match transpired, Rusev, he's a beast. I really don't know what to say. I say it every time I see Rusev. His mic skills are developing very well. He's becoming very, very, in sync with what he's doing in the ring. Tonight, a great story was told with John Cena. I just did not like the way the match ended, okay? And some of you may disagree with me. And I might be in the minority here on this one, okay? But hear me out. Lana is great at what she does. She's a heel manager, and she's a throwback to all the heel managers of the day of old when we used to watch WWF, okay? The Heenans and the Johnny Polos and the Mr. Fujis and et cetera, okay? Jim Cornette. The list goes on, okay? She's a throwback to that, man. She does her role perfectly. Okay, I just didn't think she needed to interfere in the match tonight. I think if you want to solidify Rusev as a beast, if you want to solidify Rusev as an undefeated, now, when they say undefeated, WWE really means that he hasn't submitted and he hasn't been pinned, okay? He's been counted out, but he has not been pinned. His shoulders have not been pinned in the middle of that ring since he's debuted on WWE TV. I just didn't like the way WWE scripted this match to end. If you want to build Rusev up as an unstoppable, unbeatable monster who's never been pinned, why must you have Lana get involved? Okay, if you want to portray Rusev as being unbeatable and a monster, why not have him take care of John Cena on his own, and just get rid of the referee distraction? He was already in the accolade by the time she interfered. Rusev could have been scripted to put the accolade on John Cena again after John Cena fighting out of it. Have Rusev overcome John Cena and knock him out with the kick, minus the Lana interference. Kick him in the face, knock him out, put the accolade on him, and boom, it's done. He would have submitted. Oh, he really didn't submit. WWE's calling it a submission, but he passed out. And my brother even said it tonight because we watched the pay-per-view together. Have you ever seen Hogan submit? Hogan always lost in the same fashion as John Cena did. Or I should say, John Cena always loses in the same fashion as Hulk Hogan did. Never submitted, never has his hand raised 3 times and it drops. Never none of that, man. None of that. He never puts anyone over legit. Hardly. I can't say that he's never done it, but he hardly ever does it. I think this was the time for him to do that. I just didn't agree with the interference. Now, you guys are saying that this is going to be built up towards WrestleMania, and a lot of you are concerned that Rusev is going to be fed to John Cena at WrestleMania. I quite frankly don't want to see this match again at WrestleMania. I just don't. I think it's a one-and-done match. To be honest with you, and I said this previously, I don't even know why they were fighting. You shoved him, blah, 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 blah. Words were said. Okay, let's have a match, and let's put the United States title on the line. That doesn't make a good match, man. That doesn't make a good feud, okay? You need a reason to fight. And shoving each other in a post-match segment is not going to get it done. I just don't understand it. But I'm not thinking about that. The match itself was good, okay? But one thing about John Cena, and I know you guys are going to agree with me, his last few matches have been absolutely fucking dreadful. All John Cena ever does is get his ass kicked, hits his high moves, which he's always done, the 5-knuckle shuffle and the AA, but it seems like John Cena, in a lot of his matches lately, has been scripted to just rely on his finishing moves. He keeps going for it and going for them. over and over and over again, man. How many times has he really attempted the AA in the last 2 main event matches that he had? All he did in the triple threat match at Royal Rumble was try to land a finishing move. He did the same thing tonight with Rusev. He tried to go for the AA about 4 or 5 different times. He went for the fucking submission move he does. He had a crossface. I mean, does John Cena know anything else or how to win a match by any other means? I mean, WWE really has to start getting a little bit more creative with John Cena, because right now it's a little bit overkill, if you ask me. And I understand, it's exciting when someone lands a finisher and, his opponent kicks out, but how many fucking times do you have to attempt it before it gets stale and old? Try something new, man. Who's scripting these matches? I just don't appreciate that kind of aspect to it, man. So I just wanted to make you guys aware of that. That's what I seen tonight. And John Cena trying the AA over and over and over again, and his submission finisher, man. How many fucking different times can you try it in one match before you say, you know what, I have to find another way to try and beat this guy? Because obviously, if he's, kind of moving out of the way, or if he's, defending himself against my finisher, I gotta find a different way to beat this guy. But John Cena just keeps trying, and WWE tries to hammer that home, and I don't understand why. But that's just my gripe about that. Overall, it was a very, very good match. On Rusev's end, John Cena I was not too impressed with, and I'm not too impressed with John Cena as of late. But Rusev, very, very hard-fought match by Rusev. You see him getting better and better each and every time he goes out there. Better on the mic, better in the ring. And some of you goons on my Twitter say, I'm glad John Cena didn't put over Rusev, because Rusev is awful. You guys got to get it through your skulls, man. Rusev is going to be a fucking stud. And the best thing WWE can do, and I hope they do it, and I hope they don't resort to feeding him to John Cena, is to keep him undefeated and just build that streak up. Because, this whole thing with Rusev being undefeated, it's just going to make the next guy in line even bigger. If Rusev is undefeated for 3, 4, 5 years, play that up, man. We don't see that in modern day WWE. If you want to bring someone up along, to challenge for that, you have an instant superstar made, whoever beats him, man. The first man in 5 years, 3, 4, 5 years to beat Rusev. That's where WWE has to go with this. Why would they even contemplate or consider giving Rusev to John Cena when John Cena clearly doesn't need it? I don't understand that, but what I think is going to happen, this feud between Cena and Rusev is not done. I think in some way, shape, or form, there's going to be a tag team match. It's going to be an American side versus the foreign side, more like the 1993 Survivor Series, the All-Americans versus the Foreign Fanatics, that type of theme. I think I'm going to go with my man LeBar on this from WrestleZone.com, Justin LeBar. I think Hogan is going to get involved at WrestleMania with John Cena, and somehow they're going to bring Sheamus back into this and team with Rusev. Sheamus back as a heel, and it's going to be Cena and Hogan versus Sheamus and Rusev at WrestleMania. I think that's the best way to go, because Rusev doesn't need to be pinned to lose the match, or his team to lose the match. He can maintain that winning streak and just remain undefeated. Okay, so that's the way I think that's going to go. But all in all, very good match on Rusev's end. And I just didn't agree with the finish tonight with Lana interfering. I think Rusev, if you want to build him up as an unbeatable monster, have him do it on his own. But like I said, I might be in the minority there. Let me know what you guys think about that and what you think about that scenario. Did you agree with Lana interfering, or did you like what I said about it, but about Rusev being built up and having him just take care of his own job and beat John Cena and beat him into submission to the point where, Cena is just passed out like he was tonight? I think they could have went about it a different way, but that's just what I'm thinking about that, all right? Bray Wyatt, the other big thing, calling out The Undertaker tonight. All you guys, oh my God, the gong hit, The Undertaker's back. No, clowns. No, goons. The Undertaker is not there. He will be potentially on Monday Night Raw tomorrow from what I'm hearing, but we'll find out about that. That's going to be an exciting time to see Undertaker back and see how he's looking after last year. But Bray Wyatt comes out, the Druids, the fucking torches, the casket. Bray Wyatt opens the casket. Boom, he's laying in there with a microphone. All that we heard from Bray Wyatt was all cryptic. And pretty much what that meant was that he was calling out The Undertaker. Today was the final piece to the puzzle. He called out The Undertaker officially for WrestleMania 31, What is the Undertaker's response going to be? That's going to be the interesting thing. How is the Undertaker going to reemerge after last year's concussion, after last year's losing to Brock Lesnar? And how is he going to, come about it with the streak being broken? Now, the one gripe I have about this is I don't know how WWE is going to play into this fact that the Undertaker just seamlessly forgot about the streak last year. I just don't think the Undertaker is going to carry himself into WWE again and just miraculously forget about what happened last year. The streak was a vital part of his character. It was a vital part of the company. It was a vital part of WWE. I just don't see how WWE cannot mention that. Why is he coming back? Why is the Undertaker even here? Why is Bray Wyatt calling out the Undertaker? I need answers to these questions, man. The promos would be great. The promos are going to be great. The match should be great. The Undertaker comes back once a year. He steals the show every fucking year, no matter how old he is. But I need to know why he is doing what he's doing. I need to know why the Undertaker is even accepting this match after what happened last year at WrestleMania and losing to Brock Lesnar and being concussed and being sent to the hospital and being ridiculed by everybody, Paul Heyman, Lesnar, etc., etc. Why? These are the fucking questions that we need to have answered leading up to this match. We got 5 weeks. Can WWE do it? Will they do it? I doubt it. But Bray Wyatt calls out The Undertaker tonight in grand fashion. No better way to call out The Undertaker than fucking come out to his own theme in his own casket with his own druids and say, I am the face of fear and I'm going to take your soul at WrestleMania. Bray Wyatt is a fucking legit stud, man. I loved it. It was great, and I can't wait to see what happens, but I got to make you guys wary of the questions that surround this, okay? I want you guys to fully understand this and to see where I'm coming from. I might be diving into this a little bit too much. I might be overthinking things. I might need to sit back and just be a casual fan at times, but it's tough to ignore these questions, man. Why? Why? You got to understand it. But Bray Wyatt tonight calls out The Undertaker. Unbelievable. Undertaker versus Bray Wyatt should be solidified for WrestleMania within the next couple of weeks. Another thing that is solidified tonight, WWE called it breaking news. I didn't think it was breaking news because I've been reporting it for the last fucking 4 months. Sting, Triple H at WrestleMania. The one thing I had about this segment that I did not like, Sting should have uttered a few words. He should have explained to the WWE Universe why he is here. Okay, that's all I needed to hear, man. We had to hear some type of explanation as to why. Why is he here, and why is he fighting Triple H at WrestleMania? What is his reasoning for being in the WWE? Why did he ruin the Authority at Survivor Series? Why did he fuck the Authority on his debut on Monday Night Raw? Why? Just a few words. That's all we needed to hear. But Sting remained silent tonight, and Triple H tried to sneak attack him. Back and forth they went. They gave us a little teaser tonight. Triple H got the sledgehammer, but before Triple H even used the sledgehammer tonight, it was met with a black baseball bat. Triple H was cornered in the ring by Sting with the baseball bat, pointed right at his chest, right at his neck and his chin. And then Sting briefly points over to the WrestleMania logo. It is official. Sting versus Triple H at WrestleMania. It should be fucking epic. The Icon versus the Game. Triple H is going to put Sting over in a big way, and it should be something that we all have been waiting for many, many years, man, to see something like this, especially seeing Sting in a WWE ring for the first time and at WrestleMania, man. Great segment, but the only thing that I had a problem with is Sting should have uttered just a few words to let us know why he was here tonight on Fastlane and why he's in the WWE and why he is making the Authority's life hell, man. That's all we needed to hear, but WWE went the silent route, but that was my only complaint about that segment, all right? Moving on, guys. Nikki Bella versus Paige. Nobody fucking cares about it. I do not care about Divas Wrestling on WWE TV on the main roster. If you want women's wrestling, please watch NXT on Wednesdays. Please do yourselves a favor, all right? I actually got my brother in the other room watching the Fatal 4-Way match from NXT Rival. I just had him sit down and watch Baylor versus Neville. Okay, I'm going to get his opinion on that when I drive him home after the review. Usos and Tyson Kidd, Cesaro tag team championship match. We got new tag team champions, Cesaro and Kid, in a very, very hard-fought match. The only thing that hampered this match down was the crowd, man. The crowd was absolutely nightmarish tonight. They were dreadful tonight. I don't understand why they were so bad. I mean, Memphis, Tennessee, I'm assuming it's a wrestling town, man, right? I'm assuming it's a wrestling town. I hope so. But why were they sitting on their hands and knees waiting for something big to happen when you got prime talent in the ring, you had decent matches happening tonight, and they just sat quiet? It's like they didn't know how to react. And that's what they did during the tag team championship match. But I like the change in titles. Number one, it's refreshing. The Usos were getting stale and boring as champions. I think they misused the Usos with the debut of the Ascension. Okay, I think the Ascension should have been thrusted into the tag team championship picture and attacked the Usos when they re-won the belts a couple of months back. Okay, in December. But Tyson Kidd now with Cesaro, great fucking team. I'm really, really a big fan of these guys. It's refreshing. But the only thing I see a problem here is WWE has no teams. They gave a new team the tag team championships, but how many more times are we going to see a rematch occur with these two teams? You got rid of Goldust and Stardust. You got the Ascension. You got the primetime players hopefully coming back. The Lucha Dragons, I heard, made their debut on Main Event. You got some quality teams, man. WWE should really, really, stick it to the tag team division and just, nurture it and take care of it. You got a new team. You got new champions, okay? It's refreshing to see. Now, you got something to build around. The Usos were getting stale and boring. I like the change. The match was great. It was very hard fought. And like I said, I'm happy with the change. I just didn't like the crowd reaction to it. I thought, the crowd reaction was a little stale. And I even told my brother, crowd reaction makes the wrestling event, man. It makes everything so much more exciting. And I wish the crowd was just a little bit more into it tonight during that tag team championship match. But regardless of that, Tyson Kidd and Cesaro are your new tag team champions. Stardust and Goldust. I don't understand what happened here. Another match that was just completely destroyed by rushing through it. The crowd fucked it up. And my brother and I were even talking about, when tag teams go through turmoil and there's arguments there and a team breaks up. We were dating back to Jannetty and Shawn Michaels. There was months and months and months of build. And then eventually Jannetty went through the barbershop window. Then Jannetty made his triumphant return on WWF Superstars. And Sensational Sherry got hit with a fucking mirror. And Jannetty was there to save her and look after her and take care of her, etc., etc. All this led to Shawn Michaels and Jannetty at the 1993 Royal Rumble for the Intercontinental Championship. Jannetty was back to get revenge on what Shawn Michaels did to Sherry. He was back to get revenge on what Shawn Michaels did to him on the barbershop, throwing him through the window. He was back to get the IC title. It all had a storyline, man, and this was a team that was decorated and a fan favorite and one of the best of all time. Now you got Goldust and Stardust. They had an intriguing storyline working on WWE TV for a couple of weeks. This was months and months in the making. We all heard rumors about this happening, and now WWE, like that, wants to have it happen on Fastlane with no story behind it, and you heard the crowd reaction from it. WWE wanted to put this match immediately on pay-per-view, and this is the end result. Nobody cared. You didn't give us a reason to be invested in both of these guys. You didn't let the story develop to the point where the crowd and the individual watching can choose sides. We all fucking hated Shawn Michaels. I love him, man. He was one of my favorites of all time. One of my favorite wrestlers of all time is heel Shawn Michaels, man. Back when he was a dick. That was when he was at his best. Okay? I grew to understand that. But back in the day, we all wanted Jannetty to win, man. We wanted Jannetty to get revenge. There was a story being told there. It worked right itself into the Royal Rumble. We all wanted Jannetty to win the Rumble, and win that match at the Rumble and win the title. But WWE didn't give us any time to pick sides here. Do we want Dustin or do we want Cody? Do we want Goldust or do we want Stardust? They didn't give us any time. And that's where WWE fucked up. That's where WWE failed. Now, the ending segment with their father backstage was actually better than the match. The match was a complete waste of fucking time. I don't know what was going on with the match, man, but there seemed to be miscommunications. There seemed to be a botch with the referee. A 3 count wasn't even made. I don't know what was going on, but what I'm reading now, what I read after the show, is that WWE still might have big plans for Goldust to call it quits at WrestleMania and go against Cody Rhodes then. I think that would be the best thing. But again, why did this even happen if that's their ultimate plan? You get where I'm coming from? I might be complaining a little bit too much, but you got to look at it through my eyes, man. If I was running the company, things would be a lot different. You know, WWE's got 16 to 20 creative fucking writers on that staff, and none of them can deliver a competent fucking story to save their lives, man. None of them know what they're doing. Meanwhile, I'm coming on here telling you guys what should be, and I don't know why I don't have a WWE fucking job. That's just what I'm thinking, man. But that's where I'm coming from with that. Goldust and Stardust, a complete fucking waste. WWE completely fucked it up. And they got a lot of work to do if they want to get anyone invested in this story. But what Stardust and whatever you want to go by him, you know, Cody, Stardust, whatever, man. What he did after the match with his father and his brother attacking him backstage, it could still have fire to it. You know, hopefully WWE builds upon that and gives us a reason why Cody is acting the way he did. He mentioned all his previous gimmicks. He mentioned his team with Ted DiBiase Jr. I don't know, man. I don't know where WWE's going with this, but hopefully the end result is better than what we've seen tonight on Fastlane. And finally, the opening match was Ryback, Rowan, and Ziggler versus Show, Kane, and Rollins. Please, for the love of God, I don't even want to talk about it. The only ones that matter in this match are Rollins and Ziggler, and the only thing that even mattered in this match was Randy Orton returned to WWE to begin his feud with Seth Rollins. Came out and RKO'd everybody, man. Budget cut everybody, all right? So what we have tonight from Fastlane, we got WrestleMania being built. We got Rollins versus Orton. We got Wyatt versus The Undertaker. Reigns versus Lesnar. Triple H versus Sting. And where WWE goes from there, who the fuck knows, man. Goldust versus Stardust may be added. We don't know, you know. But all in all, Fastlane, I think if WWE wanted to skip a pay-per-view in February, it probably would have had more of an impact on WrestleMania itself. It would have had a greater impact. I think what they did tonight really wasn't necessary, man. I'm going to say it again, and I say it every time WWE does these B-level pay-per-views. It was a throwaway show that felt like a Monday Night Raw, and there was nothing special about it. If WWE wanted a big night, a special event right before WrestleMania to have all this happen, it could have happened then. WWE just needs to put a little bit more thought into what they do, and you know, calm down, slow down a little bit when rushing through storylines, man. I know WWE wants to get everything across fast. We as fans want it now, but I'm the old school, man. I want to see things build. I want to see things marinate and simmer and then come to a fucking boil, you know, like Stardust and Goldust. I want these guys to take their time in developing stories. I want to become invested in what they do on TV, man. I don't want to sit on my couch and fucking say this show is boring, it's lame. I don't want to sit on my couch and fucking yawn through 3 hours of TV. I don't want to do that anymore, man. But WWE tonight, it was a decent show. It just did not have impact, you know, or the impact that I would like them to have on a fucking road to WrestleMania. I just didn't. There were certain aspects where we seen WrestleMania come to life. We're getting WrestleMania, built right before our very eyes. But other than that, there's nothing really special about it, man. But go out, if you missed it, Bryan versus Reigns tonight, probably the match of the night. Very impressed with Roman Reigns and what he did. I just don't think this is the end for Daniel Bryan. I think somehow they're going to weasel him into the main event. If not, I would be shocked. But again, we have to find out what's going on Monday Night Raw. Where's Bryan stand? What's going to happen with The Undertaker? What's going to happen with Cena? What's going to happen with Orton? What's going to happen with Triple H after being, attacked by Sting tonight? All these questions, man, hopefully we got answers to in the next 5 weeks, but it is what it is, man. I would give Fastlane a 5 out of 10 tonight. Really, if you missed it, you didn't miss anything. Those are the biggest things, man. The entire main event scheme for WrestleMania was the biggest thing that happened tonight on Fastlane. If you enjoyed my review, guys, hit that thumbs up. I greatly appreciate your support on these pay-per-view videos. I greatly appreciate your support on Off The Script, man. Off The Script is absolutely scorching hot. If you guys don't know what Off The Script is, if you're new to my review, Off The Script is my one-man podcast, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. You get 1, 2, and 3 every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. The best news and rumors on YouTube.com. That's why I call myself the #1 source for WWE news and rumors right here on YouTube.com. Like I said, guys, if you enjoyed my review video, hit that thumbs up. Let's try to get this sucker to at least 800 to 900 likes, man. The Royal Rumble review did close to 1,000 likes. Let's do the same thing for this one, man. I hope you enjoyed my opinions on Fastlane tonight. Let me know what you guys think down below. If you're not following me on Twitter, at JD from NY206. If you guys are not subscribed to this channel, I don't know what the fuck you're waiting for, man. #1 source for WWE news and rumors and WWE content right here on YouTube.com. I'll be back with a Monday Night Raw review, guys. The fallout from tonight's Fastlane on Tuesday. Until then, take care. This is JD, and I'll see you guys later, man. Thank you for watching.